What's up, everybody? Today we're going to look at 7 blobs that you can run against a 2-3 zone. I know a lot of you coaches see a lot of zone on inbounds, especially you travel coaches and AAU coaches. So I figured I'd put together a couple of things that I've seen that have worked, that I've used, and also just things that I've seen in the past. This first one's called Viking. Pretty simple start. You're going to have 3 players up top here, and then your big man, who's going to be your racer player, underneath. 3 can be whoever you want to trust doing this. First thing that's going to happen is 5 is going to try and erase X5, right? So we want to try and take this player out of the picture. That can be a screen, that can be 5 kind of almost boxing him out, but we're trying to erase this guy. That's going to open up for a situation here for 2 and 4 to do some work. So 2 is going to cut first across, 4 is going to come off their butt, and 4 is kind of sitting in this kind of soft area here and making X4 make a read, right? So X4 either has to take 2, who should be a shooter, or they have to take 4, cutting to the rim. You want this to be a finisher. This is why it's so important to get rid of X5. Now, if X2 really cheats down, that's why you have 1 coming this way as well to throw over the top. They should get a look if that is what the defense decides to do. That's your first one. That is called Viking. Next, we have cross. This is a very simple blob that has been run forever. You got your shooters on the block. They're going to pop out. At the same time, 5 and 4 are cutting into gaps here. The thought process being X3 taking 2, X4 taking 3. That's going to open up some things in the middle, and it's going to put X5 in a tough spot. And then 1 reads to whoever needs to be read to. If nothing's there, you just have 2 kind of be your safety, and you throw it over the top. That's cross. The third one we have is called Barcelona zone blob. Similar concept to the one from earlier, except we're going to kind of go into a box set. 2 is going to pop out and try and get 4 to spread. Something that you can also get sometimes is if X4 is not paying attention, you can just kind of throw that right over their ear to a shooter in the corner. That's always an option. But you got the same stuff going on here. 5 is going to screen X5 while that's happening, or right after that happens. 3 is sprinting to the corner, and 4 is all again filling into that gap right here. That's Barcelona zone. Here is box 2. On box 2, all 3 cutters here are cutting at the same time. So 2 is cutting out, 4 is trying to cut in front of 5, 3 is sprinting to the corner to kind of spread this thing out a little bit, and this is what you're going to see. So if X4 goes with 3, which is your best shooter, all right, this can leave 5 a chance to go into this gap against probably a smaller player and a guard in X1, right? And you just read the defense, okay? Like if these guys just sit still, then you just make the simple play. What's good about this one here is that it really flattens out that zone and makes them have to make decisions in that area. The 5th one we have is called double dive, another box set, right? So you've got 5 and 4 are setting screens on the outside players of the zone. 5 sets the outside forward, which in this diagram is X4. 4 screens for the outside guard, which in this diagram is X2. 2 and 3 cut hard off those. And these are obviously your first options, right? If this is a good screen, who knows? Maybe you get that easy shot in the corner, or maybe X2 really sinks and you get 3 over the top. A lot of good options. You'd also get kind of like into a 1 more or a 2-on-1 situation here, potentially. That's an option that you have on this. But the main action is going to come after 5 sets their second screen. So again, 5 is going to erase X5 and allow 4 to get in here. Now, 5 is also an option to kind of open up and seal here as well. You can see this massive overload on the right side of the floor. It's going to put, you got 4 players versus 3, puts you in a nice situation. X3 and X1 might cheat in, that's fine, but this is a good one to maybe steal a bucket as well. And again, with all of these, the main thing, the worst case scenario is you get 3 over the top and you just don't turn it over. Number 6 is corner stretch. We've got 3 and 2 kind of like interchanging, kind of looks like Iverson cut like, but they're just kind of interchanging over the top, over the bottom here with these players again. And then you've got 4 this time is going to kind of cut like they're cut into a gap, and then they're going to screen 5, X5, and get erase X5, and then 5 is going to curl. I love this one. Kind of curl right into this gap right here. I like this because there's a lot of blind action, right? Like X5 is not going to see 4 coming sometimes. And 5 is cutting from behind the defense here, which makes it tough. Make sure 3 can shoot it. Hopefully make sure 2 can shoot it so 4 can't cheat too far. This is one that can definitely have X4 kind of cheating in, and you can kind of maybe get this steal of a pass over the top. But the main action is going to be happening with these players over here. Really like that one a lot. And your last one is called box corner 3. Exactly what it kind of sounds like. X5 is this time X is going to screen X3 or this bottom forward. Okay. 4 is also going to be screening this guard, which hopefully we can get a look for a shooter, which is going to be 2 in the corner there. Like that one a lot. If that's not there initially, 5's into a gap, 4's into a gap, and then 3 can be a safety if you need it. All right, so those are 7 plays that you could potentially add to your playbook against a zone defense. Pick the one that best fits your team, that best fits your program, that best fits your personnel, and kind of your coaching philosophy. And hopefully you can get an extra bucket or 2 each time you see a 2-3 zone. That's it for today's episode. We will see you guys next time. Adios.